So I got contacted by a company that asked if they could send me something to review. I told them absolutely. And what they sent, the name of this company is IQ Power. What they sent me was it's a 6-socket power strip, and it has 4 USB outlets on it. So we're going to take this out of the pack. This is what it looks like. You can probably see the white one better. The one I got's black. So we're going to take it out, we're going to check it out, and we're going to see what I think about this. So if you're looking for a power strip, and what's unique about this, it's a surge protector, a power strip for your electrical devices, and it's got 4 USB ports. And what's unique about it is that it will also accept different style plugs, all in the same outlet jack, if that makes sense. And I'll show you what I'm talking about whenever we get it open. You can kind of see it right there, I think, the odd looking plugs. So now this is saying that it's a 3.1 amp, and what that is referring to is the 4 USB sockets. The total wattage of this unit is 3,000 watts total. So 3,000 watts is, let's see, 120 volt, 3,000 watts. That should be about 25 amps of power that this is able to pull. It does have a circuit breaker, but the total USB is 3.1 amps. So that's typical for USB, multiple USB plugs. It's got zinc oxide varicitor. Not sure exactly what that is. Fast blocking high voltage protection. Ceramic gas discharge tube. And high temperature fuse protector. So I got the USA version, which the plug that plugs into the wall obviously has to be for that particular region. So let's open this thing up and see what it's all about. Okay, nothing else in the box. Does have the mounting holes here so that you can mount it, and you slide it, either up or down to lock it in. 5 volts, 3.1 amps for the USB rated perimeter, 3,000 watts. And it looks like it's got a nice on-off button, nice powerful click. I just wanted to see how things plugged into this, so you can see what the sockets look like. So things with different type of sockets, will plug into that. So one of the things that I'm wanting to know, and I don't know if you can see that, but it's got safety flat, I guess is what you'd call it. If you look right here, they're covered up, until you plug something in, and then they fold down out of the way. Little protective flaps inside there. That way you can't, you know, a little kid can't stick their finger in there. Of course, this is the ground, so you're okay sticking fingers or whatever in this hole because that's the ground anyway. But you don't want to. You want to stay out of these two. So let's plug this thing in. And it does have a little red LED. And then the USB ports light up. And the one thing I want to do one thing that happens a lot of times when you're charging USB devices is as you're plugging more things into your USB strip, the device ends up robbing from the other devices that you're plugging into. Let me get another USB cord. So what I got here, I've got a voice recorder, a little power pack, and you can see it's not fully charged up. And we got a phone that's pretty much completely dead, I think. Yeah, and I think this voice recorder is completely dead too. And then I've got this little device here that will allow us to see how much current is being drawn. And what my thought was, let me rotate this around here. Hold on a minute. There we go. Hopefully, let's see. Hopefully you guys can see that. So the way that works, we'll just plug the voice recorder into it real quick. And we can see how much current that voice recorder is pulling, which is about almost half an amp. Now if I plug something else into it, we'll plug this phone into it. Phone's charging now. But it's still showing about half an amp for the voice recorder, which is also charging. Now let's plug this battery pack in. And it's still showing half an amp. 5.4 volts, well within spec for electronic devices. So let's go ahead and plug the, I'm assuming this would pull more current charging than any other device that I've got here. So let's go ahead, we're going to unplug this, and we're going to plug the battery pack in. And I may have been wrong. That thing's only pulling less than 0.117 amps. Kind of surprised about that. So let's go ahead and plug the phone in. Okay, the phone's pulling more than anything. So if it's pulling 0.8, almost 1 amp, let's see if it's still, now that it's charging the voice recorder. Let's go ahead and plug. And it's still charging the phone at 0.9 amps. So it does not rob from the other USB ports. I've tested some of these where the more devices you plug in, the lower this current would go. It'll start off at whatever it is, we'll just say 0.8 amps. And as you're plugging more devices in, this current drops because it's not able to maintain, you know, the amount of current that it initially was supplying. So all in all, I mean, I like the on-off switch, so you can shut it completely off. If you got devices in here and you're ready to just turn them all off, you can kill that button and shut it down. You can hang it. I like the fact that you can put screws, you know, like in a workbench. And have it secure on the wall, so you can plug your stuff, you know, in and out of it. Anyway, that's about all I wanted to show. Of course, you can plug up to 6 devices in, and combined have about a 25 amp, you know, draw safely with this Power Strip / surge protector by IQ Power. I like the design, so if you guys are needing a power strip, this is one option that you can get. And I'm sure, you know, you're probably asking, well, why make these outlets the way they do? Well, I have no doubt it's for manufacturing cost. So they probably sell this same unit throughout the world, different countries, depending on what style plug those countries use. All they got to do is make one unit, which is this, and then just attach whatever kind of cord, you know, here in the end, with the appropriate plug to plug into their outlet. And they only have to make one of these. That's how they're able to keep the cost lower than, say, a competitor who has to make multiple different, you know, main boxes here with all the different countries' power outlet arrangement. So IQ Power, they make one box. It'll work in pretty much any country depending on what style plug they use, and all they got to do is change out the end of the cord to plug in to their style. So that is what I'm sure, you know, why they designed their units like this. Clearly to keep the cost as low as possible. Still right at 0.9 for the phone, I think, is what we got plugged in there. So there you have it. Just a real quick review on a Power Strip / surge protector. You guys take care.